Montage editing is mostly associated with one of the more avant-garde creators of his time, Sergei Eisenstein. The use of montage editing with Battleship Potemkin. Through montage, Eisenstein tells the story of the mutiny of Battleship Potemkin against its officers. This is most prevalent in Act 3 and 4 and evolved into filmmaking as we know it today. The effect named after its creator Lev Kuleshov. This effect uses an order of images within a montage to change the audience's perception of a situation. An example would be a man looking into a bowl of soup being perceived as hungry, the same image appearing mournful at a child's coffin. Debra Neil-Fisher was born in Los Angeles, California, USA. She is best known for her work on The Hangover and the 50 Shades trilogies and others. She was awarded an Eddie for her work on The Hangover. The Hangover film itself follows a linear timeline with some flashback elements due to the characters not remembering what happened to them for the night prior. From the drinking to the time-lapse from night to morning, this sets up the scene without the use of characters or dialogue. Time skips with the use of time-lapse and flashes of white are a stylistic choice akin to flashes of memory or memory loss. The use of the Kuleshov effect lets the audience draw their own conclusion about the events of the previous night/morning. The shots that initially show us the room are quite long. We see this throughout Neil-Fisher's work on the Hangover trilogy. This could be a stylistic choice to give the viewer more insight to the gravity of the situation and make them sympathetic with the characters and how disorientated they are. The editing of this scene follows a pattern of the previous, with the motion of the group drinking, the pan upward in the time-lapse. However, the use of editing has spatial relations and there are cuts to different settings. The beach, a city line, while using temporal relations / editing, shows a time skip, while emphasizing the fire on the beach going out. The use of inserts and master shots setting up the scene of the morning after. These editing choices are effective in making the actions of the characters and the plot understandable.
The beast in me is caged by frail and fragile bars, restless by day and by night, rants and rages at the stars. God
In this shot, the 3 to 4 friends are walking through areas, an alleyway, a hotel corridor. It's a long to wide shot showing the characters, what state they're in and where they're walking to. In the scene, the characters are all in focus and there are leading lines going through the image leading to the characters. This could be seen as a graphic match as there are the same few walking through most of the shots, them walking to their destinations throughout the different movies in the trilogy, showing their growth as a group of people and individuals. This scene is also an example of temporal editing / relations, so a time skip of sorts. Once again, throughout this montage there are flashes of white that separate the different time frames that have passed. This scene is effective as it shows us the growth of the characters, as Alan has resigned from the self-proclaimed Wolfpack.